Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make the magnet slider card. So instead of cutting the cardstock and making a sliding mechanism, we're just going to use magnets. And let me show you. Here's the card that we're going to make today. And this is the front. And it comes off on your little insert. Isn't that cute? So you can put it back in. Adorable. And then here's a couple other ones that I made. So this is the same version, but I made it a little bit bigger for this one. So the same idea, you're just going to pull the insert just like that. And then I made a size 4x4 size card. It's so cute. And then this one has a smaller insert just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So here are the measurements. Whoops, here we go. Let's start with the real red. This piece is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Then a piece of Whisper White for the inside, if I can grab it. This piece is cut at 4 by 5.25. And then for the front, which is the main part of this video, is going to be showing you how to make this mechanism. So this piece of basic black is cut at 3.25 by 5. And then I used the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and this is the largest one, and I'll show you those here in a second. And then the pulley part of this card, the basic black, is cut at 2.25 by 3.75. Then a piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 2 by 3.5. So I went ahead and cut out two of the ladybugs, one that I stamped and colored, and then one with just Whisper White cardstock. So this is going to be the back side of our ladybug to cover up the magnets. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so then I went ahead and stamped the background with the circles, and that's using the sponge dauber with the Memento ink. And I just did the outside of the edge of the front of the card because this piece is going to sit right on the inside center. Okay, so you just have to do your dots around the edges. Okay, so once we got that done, then I went ahead and previously stamped the flower on this layer here. Let me show you those items. So here is the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and it's the largest rectangle shape with the scallops that I used. Hopefully you can see the scallops. Let me get my basic black piece here. It's so beautiful. And that was the whole layout for the card, because normally I would pull the mechanism up at the top of the card, but since this was the largest frame size, I wanted to use the layering for that. So that's why it doesn't quite go all the way up to the top of the card, but it still works fine. So just remember, this is the largest one of the Stitch So Sweetly, and this is also available in a bundle with the So Sentimental stamp set. When you purchase these together in a bundle, you can save 10%. And then we're using the Little Ladybug stamp set. This is available right now for free for a qualifying order during celebration. And then also starting on February 4th, we have the Ladybugs dies that you can purchase to coordinate with the Ladybug stamp set. And these are available while supplies last. And you can purchase 5. Let me show you the coordination products. So the idea with the coordination products is that they coordinate with other items in the Celebration Mini and then also in the Stampin' Up 2020 mini catalog. So there's 5 sets of dies, and then 1 set of 12 by 12 designer paper, which is amazing, which is called Please's Punch. So the Ladybug dies are right here. Aren't they cute? All right, so let's go ahead and put our mechanism together. All right, so I kind of mentioned that this layer is, the basic black is definitely going to be bigger than the Whisper White, but I wanted to have enough space here to punch out a little finger hole to pull the mechanism. So let's grab our 1.5 inch circle punch. We're going to go ahead and punch out half of this circle at the top. And hopefully I can get this centered right about there. Yes, looks good. Then we'll grab some real red cardstock and we're going to punch out a circle with that 1.5 inch circle punch. The real red we're going to fold in half. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and build our layer here. So what I'm going to do is, now you don't want to adhere your Whisper White piece down because we're going to put our magnets behind the Whisper White. So you're just going to position it right where you're going to be layering it. And then we're going to take our circle, the real red, and I'm going to use some snail. We're going to put our circle to kind of put these 2 layers together, but not adhering down the Whisper White piece yet. So we're just going to center this between that panel. Hopefully that looks good. Okay, so then with this being not adhered down yet, I can flip that over, which is what we want to do because we want to put our magnets here. All right, so like I said, I stamped the flower. So now we're going to add our little ladybug here. So depending on where you want this little ladybug to sit, I think I'm going to set that right there. And so then I position my ladybug and then I stamp the Hey Lady over here. And now we're going to add some magnets behind this cute little ladybug. So let me go ahead and move this stuff over here. Now remember, these magnets, I used these on the triangle Easter box. I think that video was posted this last week. So I'm going to grab 2 more. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a total of 4 magnets to this ladybug, but 2 of them are going to be together. So you're going to have 2 sets of 2, and I'll have the link down below in the description box and then also on my blog for these magnets. And then we're going to take our glue dots, and I'm going to go ahead and put 2 glue dots on each of the magnets. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the other magnet. You could probably use 3 magnets, which I think I did use 3 on a couple of the cards, but 2 work just fine. So then we're going to go ahead and put 2 more glue dots on the back side of those magnets. Remember, these are 2 magnets stuck together. Okay, so you got 2 and 2. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside for just a second. Then we're going to take our panel. Remember, this is the one that this is going to layer onto here. So instead of layering it up towards the top, what we're going to do is we're going to layer it towards the bottom. Remember, because our pulley is going to sit behind this layer right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pulley part of the card, and I'm going to center that real red circle right between that punch out right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my foam adhesive strips. And we're going to make a little pocket for this to slide into. Right along this edge here. Now remember, we don't want to go up too far because the bottom section of this basic black piece is going to be for this layer here. Okay? Let me grab my scissors. So we're just adding a little pocket for this slider to slide into. Just like that. Okay, so remember, you don't want to hinder that sliding mechanism when it's going into the pocket, all right? So lining up the real red with the punch out, just like that. And then this is going to go right there. Before we add this piece of the rectangle shape onto here, what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and add our magnet. Remember, this is our little ladybug here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add our ladybug. Now we're going to take a little dry run here. So we're going to add this right here. And I want my ladybug to sit right here. So I want my ladybug probably right about here, I would think. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Hopefully that's good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Remember, we put 2 glue dots on the back of the magnets. So we're just going to go ahead and lift those off. Okay. So then we can go ahead and add our adhesive to fold down the Whisper White section. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and fold this over. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put this into the pocket right where we want it. It's right there. I'm actually going to add some more of the foam sheet right at the very bottom. Right here. Just so that it's all lifted up. Okay. All right, then we're going to go ahead and peel off the backing. Okay. So we can go ahead and put our scallop layer right on the top. Okay, so I just want the Whisper White area right here to be balanced on the bottom section, because then our pocket is going to go into here, just like that. Okay, so then you can take your ladybug. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? All right, so now before we go any further, we're going to add that Whisper White layer to the back of our ladybug to kind of camouflage those magnets. So I'm just going to go ahead and use snail, but you might want to use your liquid glue or maybe even your fast fuse if you still have any of that. So I'm just going to make sure I have this going the right direction. Okay, so I want to put adhesive on this side. And make sure you get the little feet and the hand. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and flip this over and line that up with the ladybug on the back side. Okay, and press that down. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, let me see where to stamp the Thinking of You. So I'm going to put my ladybug on here, and then I'm going to pull it. And then I know that I have a little bit of space here to stamp the little Thinking of You. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Memento ink. I want to make sure I stamp this right straight. That looks pretty good. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and stamp that right above the ladybug right there. How cute is that? And then when you slide it back in, she just gets transferred over to the front with the flower. I love it. All right, then we're going to pop this piece up on dimensionals as well, but I'm going to use the black dimensionals since it's black cardstock. Okay, so I did add a lot of black dimensionals, but this is the main focal point of our card, so I want that to be on there really nicely. Okay, so then just press that right onto the card. And then you can have the person, when they receive it, they'll know to pull that little pulley right there. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. All right, so now let's finish the card. We're going to go ahead and stamp the inside. I'm going to make mine into a birthday card. So once again, let's get the Memento out. And I'm going to stamp the little ladybug, a different one than the front. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this one on the inside, bottom right. And then we're going to stamp this happy birthday, making sure I'm stamping it the right way. Right here. How cute. Let's grab our Stampin' Blends. Okay, so these are the colors that I use for my little flower here. I used the Mango Melody in the combo, and then I used the Granny Apple Green in the combo for the leaf. And then for the ladybug, I'm using the Real Red Dark, the Petal Pink in the dark, and the Crumb Cake in the combo. So let me go ahead and color this ladybug. Okay, and then the Crumb Cake combo I used for the front one. All right, so let me go ahead and put this on the inside, and I'm going to show you the one that we made in the glitter pit yesterday. So if you want to check out the replay for that card, it's using the same idea with the magnetic slider, but we made it a totally different card. So if you want to check that link out, that's posted down below in the description box. How cute. Adorable. So awesome. All right, so there's that one. And then here's the other one that I made previously. I did add some Dazzling Diamonds with the multi-purpose liquid glue to the flower and the leaves to the front. And let me show you the one that we made in the glitter pit yesterday. So here's one that I made using the gold foil sheet with the, I think this is the Golden Honey designer paper, which is free for celebration right now. But when you pull this one's going to reveal a message on the inside. I miss you a lot. Isn't that cute? And then you can just slide it off like that. Okay, so that's it. I'll have the link to this card down below. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. I have all the items listed below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.